lingering list continues this week, and apparently HQ wants to know how we feel about it. Bold move, HQ. All this and more on the weekend recap.
Connecting. Hunter ID confirmed.
Good morning, Lincoln, and hello, hunters. This is Lab's latest, your briefing hub for Love and Deepspace.
Good morning, hunters, and a happy reset day. I hope that you all had a wonderful weekend. I know that I certainly did. This weekend recap is going to temper some temperatures, but before we get into that, we're going to go over our dates and reminders, starting with Lingering Lust, which ends on May 15th, this coming Friday. Make sure that you get any last-minute mini-games done and pulling before it fades away like the mist. We also have Zane's exclusive tutorial, which is his rerun solo from the first year, ending on May 15th as well. Hopefully those of you who are pulling on it are getting him in 20 pulls or less, especially with reruns. And then we had a 10 days with you with Zane as well. Zane mains are super lucky this week. We have a 10 days with you, Blooming Hour, I believe it's called. That ends on May 28th. All you need to do is log in for a cumulative of 10 days in order to get that 4-star memory. So just make sure that you're logging in for at least 10 days because you don't want to miss the free 4-star. Twinkle Toys did announce a new plushie. Toast Express is going to have a rate up from May 11th to May 17th, and he is going to be available in the 2-prong claw machine. Now listen, I'm kind of a lore girly if you join any of my streams, and you cannot convince me that the Astro Toaster is not coming back this next storyline. With this announcement, come on, Toaster, the Astro Toaster, come on, you guys. Let me know down in the comments if you want to see the Astro Toaster again. And then just a quick look at the schedule. I did add Zane's solo rerun to the 2026 banner schedule. Now I've kept these side by side because I wanted to see how close the schedules were. And this is the first time we've actually had some serious variation to the schedules. As I stated last year, or last time, not last year. As I stated last time, Spring and Flowers went until May 18th, and Lingering Lust is going for 3 days shorter. We should have been getting an announcement on the 15th or the 16th. However, if we just shift over the same amount of days, we should be getting an announcement either the 12th or the 13th. Now, I really think it's important to note that if we do get a rerun, which is supposed to be next, then there's also a good chance we could be getting a story update. However, with the shift in time, I'm wondering if they're not going to push the solo ahead a little bit. So there's a good chance that we could also end up with Silas's solo. And if that's the case, there's a good chance that we may not be getting story until after Caleb's birthday. So just keep that in mind. Now, I could totally be wrong, and Infold likes to prove me wrong. So maybe me saying this out loud will prove me wrong. But that's kind of how I see what's going to happen with the schedule, because Caleb's birthday is coming up soon. And then after Caleb's birthday, we should hopefully be getting a 6.0 update after that. But this is what they look like so far. I'd be interested to hear what you have to say. Now, keep in mind, I do not go off of any rumors or predictions or anything like that. I simply look at the patterns that we've had over the last few years and go off of that. So my predictions are off of what Infold has already provided us. This weekend recap is the survey weekend recap. Now, I know these can be kind of long and kind of boring, but as a content creator for Love and Deepspace, I feel it's very important to stay transparent on what I put in these surveys. While I do try to provide the pros on what they've already accomplished and done well, I do feel it's important to also add in constructive criticism as well. I want I want everyone to know that I also see the things that could be improved in this game, and I continue to put them on my surveys as I go forward. I also try to provide ways that they could improve the things that do need improvement on, just because I feel like criticism without some sort of feedback on how it can improve just ends up being a complaint. So that's what we're doing going forward. So sit back and get comfortable because this is going to be really long. So the first question was for the actual Lingering Lust cards. I really enjoyed the cards. I really enjoyed the banner. I actually really think that these banners are perfect conduits to progress lore, and they were pretty lore heavy, or at least the ones that I've gone through so far. Did have some pretty good lore in it, particularly Zane's. So I really enjoy that, and I want them to continue to do that because it also keeps them from becoming too much of a thirst bait. Obviously, that is the majority of it, but the lore and depth are what make it significantly more enjoyable to me, and I've heard from several other people that that's what makes it more enjoyable. So I think they do a really good job on not making the entire card that sort of thirst bait. They do add lore to it, which I'm really grateful for. I also did feel, though, that the kindled, while very steamy, were also very beautifully done. I thought the camera work was really well done. The surroundings, the scenery, all of it was absolutely beautiful. So I think they did a really, really great job, and it kept it from becoming something that was too flat. The cons. The same con I have for nearly everything in this game. The wording. It was so bad in this one in particular. There were so many times when a speech bubble would come up and then just disappear right away, almost instantly. And it breaks immersion so badly. They pride themselves on having, being, submersed into, I think I said that wrong, submersed into these cards. I mean, it's a POV, and one of the worst things that happens in these cards is the words moving forward. Infold, if there's anything I can ask you, it's to please make sure that that's not a problem when the cards come out. Now, I do know that you have gone back and have fixed some issues with the cards in the past, notably Raphael's birthday. Thank you for that. I did go check and I did see that you fixed it. But can you just take some extra time to make sure that this doesn't happen on new cards that come out? Because that's when people are mostly going through it, and it really sucks. I hate it so much. It's one of the worst offenses, and it's so annoying. So please, can you fix it? I did also make a side note. Zane's voice actor did amazing on his Chinese pronunciations. It was incredible, and I just want to make sure that he knows that he did a wonderful job on that. I also put this on here, but I also put it at the end as well, that I think they need to add in a rewind function to the cards. I think a rewind function would be really neat to have for the cards, in particular, because sometimes I want to just go back and watch a scene again. But I can't. I have to restart like a huge section all over again. So please add a rewind function to the card. The next question was about Steam Veil. This was one of the ones I always hate when I can't provide a con, because I really wanted to provide cons for each of these. I did have some cons, but they were more like personal cons rather than actual gameplay cons. So I added them, but they don't really mean much, I guess, in a retrospective thought process for the normal consumer. But the pros, I really liked the concept of this game. I really liked the idea of peering into the thoughts of the guys. I really liked the emotions. I thought it was absolutely adorable. The little sounds that the screws made were really, really cute. The stories were absolutely incredible. I had such a great time with these stories. I thought they were so cute and so personalized that I just really loved these. I really enjoyed the stories for the last few multi-banners, but this one I think is going to stick with me for a really long time because it felt just very personal for each of the guys, but it was very, very cute and like very low stakes, which is really nice. Good contrast to what the actual cards themselves are. And I really, really like when they do that. So I did praise them on that. It was also really nice to have the guys on the screen rather than chibis this time. Not that I don't like the chibis. I love the chibis and I think they have their place and their time. However, it was really, really nice to be able to have the actual guys on the screen this time. So it was, I did add that as well. For the screw game, the little thoughts at the end for each of the stages was really, really cool. It did personally for me feel a little redundant with the stirring haze. I wish it would have been more a part of the game rather than just an addition of the stirring haze. Because I really did like them. I thought they were each super, super cute. But I feel like they would have also been missed if you hadn't like gone back and realized that you could look at all of the guys' thoughts after completing one of the stages. For the stirring haze portion of the game, again, I thought it was really cute. I really liked that it sort of took the tete-a-tete way of doing things. I think it's a very underutilized UI, so I did enjoy that. But I felt pretty neutral about it. I didn't like it, didn't hate it. It didn't add or subtract anything for me. Ended up kind of being a last thought. I know that I recorded them all together, but even if I would have not recorded it, it still kind of would have been a last thought for me. So it didn't add or subtract anything for me, but it was just kind of there. And as I stated, all of my cons are mostly personal cons. From a creator side, the game was super cute, but I wish I would have gone about it just a little bit differently as far as recording it, because it did take a lot of concentration this time. But that wasn't really, I didn't add that into the survey. I'm just letting you guys know that my cons in particular for this game are mostly just personal with recording and stuff like that. So I didn't really add them. This question, I was not expecting this question, and when I'm not expecting a question, I don't know how to answer it. For those of you who haven't done the survey yet, they do ask about the 2.0 myths, particularly the themes of the myths is what they asked for. Now, if you're not familiar with what these myths are, this is LSG, GOA, KOD, NL, and SWF. Lemurian Sea God, God of Annihilation, King of Dark Knights, Netherlord, and Silverwing Fiend. I had a really hard time answering this question. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, and it's only because I didn't know what they were asking for in particular. So I answered it the best that I could. I did feel that it was an odd question, and I don't remember them asking them about the first themes, but I may have missed that survey in particular. So anyone who did do that survey or remembers if they asked this question, please let me know down in the comments. For me personally, if we're just going off of the themes themselves, I felt they hit each guy really well. All of the feelings, how they ended, they all felt really coherent to the story. There was no, I mean, this game inherently has plot holes in it currently. Plot abysses. But if we take what our lore enthusiasts have put together, nothing felt really out of nowhere. If I had to pick something, it was more like Caleb's, like no one had expected his theme. I don't think that it was completely out of nowhere. It's just not a theme that any of us expected. But I couldn't really think of cons as far as theme particular goes. Everything felt kind of coherent. When there are myths that have more questions than answers at the end of them, I just inherently think that we just haven't hit a point in the story and or another myth where it can kind of bring the two together. Like Silas as BC and his SFW or SWF. You know, there was no real connection between the two of them, but or you know, BC into main story. I know there's a lot more with SWF in the main story rather than BC. But that doesn't mean that it's not connected. It just means we're missing a part, I think. So, but that's how I felt as far as themes go. I mean, it all felt pretty coherent to me. For pros, as far as mechanically for myths, because I did kind of want to add in something more than just, I guess the themes were okay. I like that the myths are longer and more in depth. I don't mind spending 4 to 6 hours on a stream going through them with all of the emotion and time and effort and story and you know, effects and stuff like that are put into each of the myths. So I don't want them to take that away, because I really enjoy how big of an event myths are with everything that's included with them. Each one feels really curated to each of the guys, and I like this content honestly the most in the game. It's some of my favorite parts of the game. Aside from main story, I really enjoyed the myths. So I really hope the quality keeps up with it. But that's my answer. It was kind of an out of left field kind of question. This also makes me think, I know that there's some question on whether we're going to see new myths this year or not. I mean, it would make sense if we did, because they are some of the biggest money bringers. But if they're asking about theme, it makes me wonder if they're also going to wait a year before they give us the next myths. We really won't know that answer until after Caleb's birthday, because that's when LSG was dropped, was right after Caleb's birthday. So it'll be interesting to see once June hits whether we're going to get another myth or not, or if they're going to be skipping this year so that they can kind of put together more themes. I don't know. It's hard to say, but I'd be interested in hearing what you think down in the comments. They did ask about the Tip Top Hop minigame, and I felt pretty neutral about this game. The pros are mostly just design pros. Thought the boingies were super cute. I would love to have merch for the boingies. The stages were super cute. I thought the design of the whole game was really adorable. But that's pretty well the extent of my pros, which I guess this offsets for the mini game for the banner. Because I had a pretty large con for this one. I liked the jar flower game better. I just thought it was a lot more fun. This one was just okay. It wasn't hard. The jar flower one wasn't hard either, but I just I really liked the jar flower one from last year. In regards to the rewards for this year, I'm normally not a huge cosmetic girly. Outfits normally are kind of the last thing that I go for. However, I did take the time to go back and look and see what was offered with the jar minigame last year. And I think I can agree on the rewards for this year. Offering a small housing item that's not even given to us. We have to use materials to craft it. Is not it either. For me personally, I would have preferred extra chocolates, maybe more materials, more diamonds, stuff like that. But I do know that a lot of girlies who, you know, do use glint and want the outfits for the guys. I think the fact that they offered an outfit last year but not this year just was definitely a downgrade. I don't care that they didn't add more outfits to the chocolate shop this year, although the poor chocolate shop is neglected. They should have had some sort of a universal thing added on as well that people could have used, I think. Even if it wasn't like, you know, a separate outfit for each of the guys, a universal outfit or a universal accessory or something like that, I think would have been a lot better in this case. From what I've heard, a lot of people actually don't use the housing, or when they do, it's mostly just to garden to get the 50 crystals or 50 diamonds for the end of the week or the weekly thing. I personally don't really, I mean, that's part of the issue too, is I don't really use the housing. I haven't decorated the house at all. It's default still for me. So even me getting a housing item just is not really conducive to feeling like I've been rewarded. So that's my biggest complaint with the Tip Top Hop, is that the rewards, I definitely can agree with the criticism that it received this year, is that I just don't think that the rewards were that good. I don't need an outfit personally. That's just a personal thing. I know a lot of people do. But to have materials that are actually worthwhile having or receiving would have been a lot better than a housing item. They did take the time to add some questions about the birthdays as well, which I'm really glad that they did. I know we've only had 2, but I still think it's worthwhile to add in some questions about the birthdays so that you can kind of start thinking about next year. They asked about treasure threads, and this is the actual mini game where you have to draw the lines. And I actually really like this mini game. I did find that it was difficult at times. I mean, there were a few stages where I actually had a hard time getting 3 stars myself, which hardly ever happens, but I really like the difficulty of it. I think it's really enjoyable. It's not too difficult that I can't talk my way through it, but it is difficult enough that I do have to think about it. So I really like it. And it was a nice change from last year's minigame. I think they've always done a really good job with the birthday minigames, so I really didn't have any cons for this one. If you did have cons for the birthday minigame, let me know what they are down in the comments. I would actually be really interested to hear what you feel could improve on the game portion in particular. But for me personally, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really great minigame. They asked about the woven hearts as well. This is the whole plushie portion of the birthdays. I really like the plushies. I think they are so cute. I think they were a good idea, a nice change of pace from the cakes. It was nice to give the guys a plushie this time that looked like them. A lot of my girlies, if you haven't seen, I do, during the birthdays, I do show off my community's plushies, and everyone always has so much fun with it. So it's really fun to see everybody's idea. However, while I'm happy that we get them in the house, I know that a lot of people had expressed that they wish that they could put it in his room as well and not just the house. Since we can do that with the cakes and put them both in the house and in his room, I really wish that that was something that we could have done with the plushies as well. I hope that's something that they will maybe be able to change in the future. But it would have been really cool if we could place it in both places like the cake. Another thing that I mentioned that I know a lot of people, rightfully so, were kind of upset about was the cake decorating, myself included. Well, I think the majority of the thing should have been the plushies. Bringing back the cake decorating to some capacity would have still been nice. It didn't need to be as in depth as it was the previous year. However, maybe even giving us some different options or some different just quick maybe presets or something like that, I think would have been really, really cool. I know a lot of people enjoyed it, and some people actually were very disappointed that they didn't get to decorate a cake this year. So I hope they bring that back eventually into some capacity. It doesn't need to be like quite in depth as it was the first few years, but I do wish that they would have had some sort of cake decorating in some sort. One thing that I did understand that I wanted to also make sure that we could, that I made mention on, was that I understand why they didn't bring back the cards. For those of you who may not remember, the cards caused a lot of problems. So I understand why they didn't bring those back. But again, if they took that away and they took the cake away for the same reason, I think they could have done some cake decorating to some capacity still. But that's what I had for Woven Hearts. Mostly just, I wish they would bring back the cake decorating to some capacity, because I know a lot of people wanted to do that. We're on to the final section. In the final box of the survey, I always put a long list, and I'm talking real long list, of improvements that I would love to see in the game. Some of these I have actually had to take off because they have fixed them, but I add these to every survey. You guys are welcome to take a look at all my survey answers down in the description. I will provide the doc, the Google Doc to you guys so that you guys can see them. We'll just go over these as quickly as possible. I won't spend too much time on any one of these. Really, these are not meant to be taken seriously either. They're just things that I would like to see in the game eventually. For battle, the biggest one that I still have is I really want them to reset Abyssal Chaos and Tanakali every 4 to 6 months with the cap. I would love to see it swapped off between Finding Tobias and Final Farewell. And to cap and to reset the cap every 4 to 6 months. These game modes are sorely underutilized and forgotten, and it's really sad to see because I really do love Abyssal Chaos, but I don't spend any time doing them anymore. I know that I still have a few achievements, but I don't do them anymore because they're not really worth my time anymore. And it's so sad. So I would really love to see these reset every 4 to 6 months. Some new levels I would like to see added to the bounty hunts and the no defense or the no hunt zones for the protocors. I want more added levels for that. The biggest thing I'm still asking for: when are you going to put dungeons in here, Infold? Please. You have dungeons in Infinity Nikki. I want dungeons in here. Give me dungeons. An increase in diamonds every 10 levels for the orbital trials would be really, really neat. It might be not. The more I think about it, the more that seems like it won't be possible. But The regular, I know they have the new harder mode out there as well that gives you more diamonds. But I still think every 10 levels, you're receiving the same amount for increased difficulty is still kind of meh. Sparring against the guys, it's doable. Xavier gave us a ring that lets us help hold onto evols. So when are we going to spar against the guys? It would be really fun. A more in-depth battle system where the guys are actually weak to specific wanderers. That would be really cool, where you had to actually choose your guy who is strongest against the wanderers rather than the weakest. So something just a little more in-depth. And more Senior Hunter contest levels or progression would be lovely as well. Improvements to the schedule that I would like to see. Infold. Please release main story more often. 3 to 4 months, not 6 months, 6 to 7 months. It's too long. It's too long. Can you release it just a little more often, please? I would love to have 3 installments instead of just 2 installments a year. Please. One that I can always take or leave, but I see the significance with it, especially with the issues that they've been having with leaks recently. A rough schedule at the end of every month really would not hurt at all. It doesn't need to be in depth. I don't want to know. I don't want to know the theme. I'm a huge advocate that I don't want to know the theme. I really enjoy the surprise of the theme. So when themes slip through and end up being correct, I'm really kind of disappointed because it takes the mystical out of it for me. So I don't need to know the theme personally. Just, what type of banner, whether it's going to be a solo or a myth or a multi or anything like that. Or let us know, I guess, which love interest it's going to be for. I don't mind knowing who it's for. I just don't want to know the theme. That's all, really. But I really do think that this could be very helpful for Infold as well. I know that they've been having a lot of issues with these, early leak drops and stuff like that. And I mean, I think mortalities was an issue with that. And so I really think that even just providing a schedule of what's to come could possibly help with these issues in the long run. I don't think it'll completely fix it, but I don't think it'll harm anything either, just knowing what's coming up rather than not knowing it all. So that's my input on the schedule portion of the game that needs to be updated. Things I would like to see with the allies. This section's completely unserious, 100% unserious. I would love to still sit with the love interest in the chair in the Destiny Cafe. Please, Infold, I'm begging you. I want to sit with them in the chair. Give us more environments outside of the cafe, whether it be with weather or it would be really cute to open up the screen and be in Silas's house with Silas just one time, that kind of thing. So give us, I just really want something other than the cafe. I love the cafe, don't get me wrong, but I would really love to have something different as well, even if it was the park or a different cafe, the cat cafe. That would be kind of cute, actually. But just different environments. The ability to post pictures and moments of the guys and have them respond to them would be really cool as well. I think MC's moment posts are very underutilized, and I would love to be able to post as MC just a little more often. And MOQC, it felt like she was always posting, with everything. So I would really love MC to post a little bit more. And then having the allies' sayings be rotated every month. or have them change with the affinity level as well. I know that that's been mentioned. While I adore Raphael, I'm tired of hearing I'm bored, I'm dying of boredom. Just changing up. I do appreciate that they did add the voice lines to some of the ones that didn't have voice lines before. It's been a nice rotation in that aspect, but I would still like to have some different ones as well. I have 2 slides of these, but this is basically anything that doesn't fit under a category that I already have. Voicing MC in tender moments is still a request that I have. Especially since you can listen to them in the background, it would be really nice to have her voiced. A way to interact with the friends list more other than just stamina. No, I'm not requesting any leaderboards or anything like that. I don't want any competition. I just want interactions. Maybe let friends come and check out your house, leave cute little notes. Maybe not notes, I don't know. We've had problems in the past with notes. But having them maybe have a like system or something like that would be really, really cool. But just more ways to interact with the friends list rather than just stamina. I still want a playlist for secret times so that I can listen to multiple guys at once. More dates in the mini games, obviously. A way to turn in, I think Saucy was the original one that I heard. Saucy Sim, if you guys aren't aware of her. I think she was the one who originally had brought this to my attention quite a few months ago. Is a way to turn in extra plushies or kitty badges, since they just kind of go into the void right now. Get more materials, more ascension items, level up items, stuff like that. I know people are always asking for that. And I think that could be a great way to include getting more items while these things are sort of going into the void. A big complaint that a lot of people have brought up too is that the music is too loud during phone calls or video calls. So just automatically turning down the volume of the music during phone calls or video calls would be greatly appreciated. Infold. Infold. PC version 1. I know you're working on a cloud already. You need to get a PC version out there soon. Limited Trove. I would love to see this continue to be updated and added. Now, obviously, we still have a ton of items that still need to be added into this section still. However, I'm still getting new things out of it, so I would love to hear what you have received. If you already have all of the items available in here, what kind of enhancement materials you have received already, whether it's been wish bottles specifically or maybe core energy or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. I would also love to hear if you guys, for those of you who have already received everything and are still getting enhancement crystals or enhancement materials from Limited Trove, what else you would like to see maybe in Limited Trove. Because I do know that there's going to be a point when we just sort of tap and have everything eventually. And I would really hate for this to become a source of not struggle. What do I want to say? A source of displeasure. I don't even think that's right, but you get what I'm trying to say. So I would really love to see what you guys think could be continued to add to Limited Trove. Now they are being used. It is being used for past events. So I think as long as they're continuing to do past event rewards from the event shops, that's plenty okay. Actually, it would be kind of cool since you receive 10 deep space wishes from event shops, if they added that as a regular reward that you could get. I don't know if that's conducive, but it would actually be kind of neat if they added that in so that you could have the chance of getting a deep space wish even just like 5, like not the entire 10. I know they'd probably only do 1, let's be real, but but having that as like a continued reward once you've received everything, I think that would be kind of a good idea, actually. Infold, are you listening to me? Infold, someone send this to Infold. This next one is new, but it was spurred on by the use of the scarves. Let us X out some items from the clothing that the allies can freely wear, please. They wear the same 4 outfits that they have, each of them. I have so many outfits for them, so many. I don't ever see them wear the summer outfits. I don't ever see them wear the TC22s. I hardly ever see them wear their outfits from Heartbeats. Come on. They have so many outfits. And I see them wear the same damn 4 all the time. Let me X out things so they can't wear them, please. I'm very passionate about it. Dyeable outfits. I would really love to see dyeable outfits. I think it would be kind of cute to have dyeable outfits. Facial expressions in Glint. I would love to change my MC's facial expressions sometimes just to get better pictures. Deep Space Voyage needs to be updated more often. It's supposed to be meant for past events to experience. Right now, we only have the anniversary events, which I think is a super underutilized portion of the game. So adding past events to the Deep Space Voyage from other events as well, I would really love to see that. In Illusio, let us change MC's outfit, please. I know that we can change your hair, but can we change your outfit as well? That would be super adorable. Thank you. Another thing that I have is changing MC's hair for the myth hairs. I know that they're supposed to be canonical, but my MC canonically has green hair, and I would love her to have green hair with the myth hair as well. I really love the GOA hair for my MC, but I don't ever use it because I can't change it to green. Also, hashtag bring back Pipsqueak. I don't want Goober anymore. Please bring back Pipsqueak. I miss it. One that I didn't add that also needs to be added that I think is really good is that it would really be nice if we could use both if we could use backgrounds for both Glint and the snapshots. I think this is also spurred on by this last background that was only offered as snapshot. It was a really cool background. It was really neat, and I think I actually would have preferred this to be a Glint background, and the mortalities be a snapshot background if I had to swap them, because I really, really love the hot spring background, but I hardly ever use snapshot. I always use Glint. So eventually having the ability to have just a cumulative of all backgrounds for both Glint and snapshot would be really cool to see. So I hope that's something that we'll see in the future. All of these are specific for memories in particular. I know I put it at the beginning of this video as well, but a rewind function Infold, please. It would be super helpful, especially if you have issues with your wording. I would really love to have a rewind function in particular. Again, I also mentioned this, but I'm going to mention it as many times as it needs to be mentioned. The lines in the cards go too fast in both the Kindled and now in the regular stories as well. While I'm really, 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 really grateful that that this problem seems to stick only to cards and not to main story, it's still an issue. And I would really love if they stopped doing it, especially for new cards, because it's such an issue. It's really an issue. It takes me out of the immersion so badly each time I have to stop and pull up the script and read. You know, it breaks the whole immersion, so it needs to be fixed. Kindled moments, they really should start adding to. Maybe not to the shorter ones, solos, stuff like that, but or they should be just adding more in general. Maybe more to the myths, more to the longer cards like the AUs. Main story absolutely needs more. We had so many at the beginning of the story, and now we're stuck with 2 throughout the whole 10 hours that we're going through these new sections. There absolutely needs to be. There's no excuse for not having more cutscenes in general for both Kindled and main story. It's something that the game really prides itself on, is having these Kindled moments and these cutscenes and these POVs, and for it to be so underutilized is quite a shame. The animation team really deserves to show what they can do, so I really think that there should be at least an extra Kindled to some of these, and definitely more to the main story. And also, a biggest issue that I have is showing MC's customizations in the main story, at least. While we have been seeing a lot more of MC's face, which I'm super grateful for because I really love my MC. I really want her hair to be in cutscenes also. I want her to have green hair in the cutscenes because it... It makes me sad. She's supposed to canonically have glasses and green hair, and for her to not have either of those is, come on. So seeing MC more customized in the cutscenes would be really cool as well. All right, I promise this is the last section. Housing. I don't hardly ever use housing, so most of these were given to me by other people who use the housing. Add more planters or make them purchasable. I agree with that because I do the planting. It would be really nice to have more planters. Also, I think someone else had mentioned, but having a second way to hybridize would be really cool as well. I know people talk about the time, but the 20 hours makes sense to me. That's not an issue for me, but having like a second hybridization or more planting would be super helpful, I think. Center things when decorating. I don't know if this has been fixed, so if you guys can correct me on that, I could take that off, but centering things when decorating. One thing that I do know about is the interaction with the love interests. I really want there to be more romantic ones. One in particular that kind of annoys me is the fireplace. I want them to cuddle in front of the fireplace, not sit separately. It feels so strange. Let them cuddle. More songs on the piano would be really, really cute. More interactions outside as well. Have him help with gardening would be super cute. I would really love that. But just more interactions with the love interests in general. More places in the house, more places in Lincoln, I guess I should say, not necessarily in the housing, but in the housing section, more stuff outside of the house. The cafe, go into Lincoln, stuff like that. Kind of an open world sort of thing, would be super cool. You don't really need to add in extra NPCs. I'm okay with not having extra NPCs at this point. If that's an issue. But just more outside of the house. Cooking in the kitchen, specific foods for the love interests. I know that they probably eventually plan on opening a kitchen, but having a specific food for each of the love interests would be super cute. So like Xavier gets hot pot, and Silas does whatever Silas does. Sweets with Zane, seafood with Raph, that kind of thing. This one's not housing. I don't know why it's here, but in regards to the myths, I know that we haven't seen the second myths yet. Now it's not even halfway through the year. It's almost halfway through the year. So I'll start to keep it in the back of my mind. But I know that we haven't seen the second myths. These are GOT, MOF, Lumiere, BC, Abyssal Sovereign, AS, that's what it is. We saw Caleb's, but that was because he was getting his third myth still. But we haven't seen those yet. Now there's still a good chance that we could see them before the end of the year. Again, it's still pretty early in the year, so maybe they already have a plan for it. However, in the future, I think stacking myths like the birthdays would actually be really a great system. I think the way they did the birthdays, and they have done the birthdays, is actually a really great system where you get to choose which birthday you want to pick up. And I think that could really work with the myths as well. So if they do plan on starting to stack the myths, say they put GOA and MOF together, I think that making it like the birthday system would be really super helpful. So that's my input on the myths and how I think, because I do recognize that the myths are super important, not just for story, but for battle as well. And for them to hardly be set out would be really bad. it would not be super helpful at all. So I think stacking them together would be really helpful. Now they may be waiting until we get more myths. We may see this in the future. Of them stacking the myths, and they're just waiting to pick up more myths. We don't know yet. So I'm cautiously optimistic at this point that they have a plan on how they will do the myths. I will be really upset if we don't see the second myths this year. However, again, until I see otherwise, I'm not really going to solidify anything until I see what their plan is with that in the future. And now it's time for our Hunter's highlights. This video is going to be super long. For those of you who are new, I invite the hunters in my community to send in their photos. Each week I provide a theme, and this week's theme is Lingering Lust. I wanted to make sure I gave everyone an opportunity to get all the outfits that they wanted before doing this theme. We'll probably be a little bit quicker than normal on Hunter's highlights because there's a lot, and this video is very long. But we will make sure to hit everybody. We'll give, obviously, we'll give everybody a compliment. But this is mostly for you guys to interact with each other down in the comments. But let's go ahead and get started. Starting with Sarah. Sarah, I love these. The middle one, the orange one, is actually my favorite. I think it's very, very beautiful. But of course, I love all of them. All of them are very romantic. Sarah also provides her QR code to her Instagram. You guys can grab the QR codes off of her Instagram. She has also some on there that we haven't seen before, so go check her out. Thank you so much, Sarah, for sending these in. I really appreciate it. And then we have Montoya, who got really creative and sent in some very risque eye contact. Oh, Montoya, I love these so much. She did send in some actual ones, though, and I thought these were very tasteful. I also, the contrast between the flowers in the background is actually very interesting. I love that you have very different colors in the foreground and in the background. So I think these are done really well, Montoya. But thank you so much for sending these in. I really appreciate it. And then we have Saucy, who sent in two of each guy. These were very beautiful, by the way, Saucy. I absolutely love the use of the colors for each of the guys. I'm a huge fan of themed photo or themed colors for each of the guys. So I really love when somebody does that. The green is a really nice choice for Zayn, by the way. But I do love all of these. Your MC is so pretty too. I was looking at her and she's so gorgeous. Well, thank you so much, Saucy, for sending these in. I really appreciate it. And then we have Veerly, who did send in some screen caps, some very beautiful screen caps. But of course, I love the ones with Quinn. I really love the Silas one. But the one with your back, yours and Raphael's back to the moon is actually very pretty. I really, really love the composition of that picture in particular. She also sent in some journals as well. But I love these, Veerly. They're all very beautiful. Thank you so much for sending these in. I really appreciate it. And then we have Timeless. Timeless just got married with Raph. Congratulations on the marriage. I'm so happy for you. Timeless also got all of the cards as well. Congratulations on getting all of the cards. Your MC is also so pretty. But she decided to give Raph some love this time, so she did all Raffy photos. I do love Raphael's wedding pose. I think it's super adorable. But I love these, Timeless. Thank you so much for sending these in. I really appreciate it. And then we have Deepspace, who sent in some beach photos, which are still very romantic. She also provided her QR codes as well. I love that you used Zayn's hair from the Mortality's Tenderness. Honestly, it's such a good hair, especially with the new outfit. It's so good. But thank you so much, Deepspace, for sending these in. I really appreciate it. Oh yeah, she also sent in some journals as well. Thank you so much, Deepspace, for sending these in. I really appreciate it. And then we have Lady. Oh, I'm blocking. There we go. We have Lady, who sent in each one for Raffi, Xavier, and Silas. I really love your Silas ones. I'm not out of a bias issue, but I mean, the one on the chair with his horns is so good. It's so good. I also like that Raffi is pouting. I would love to hear the story behind that one, because I feel like there is a story behind that one. And then, of course, I had the Xavier kneeling in front of Queen MC. Is just, it's so good. It's so good. Xavier's outfit from this banner too, one of my top. It's so good. I'm so glad they put him in pants. This is the closest we have to pants with no shirt. But thank you so much, Lady, for sending this in. I really appreciate it. And then we have Lilith. I made your big one with Zayn because, duh, Zayn is your main. But your MC is so gorgeous as well. I love that picture of her with the dual lotus. It's very romantic. All of these are very romantic. I love that you love the close-up ones of people nuzzling each other. It's so cute. So thank you so much, Lilith, for sending these in. I really appreciate it. She also sent in the QR codes for each of the photos, so you can grab those. Just make sure to pause here to grab them. And then we have Elizabeth. I chose the 5 that I really liked the most. I do like that you use the same background for everybody. This is actually a really, really good background, not just for the color, but the use of the leaves and the flowers that you have for each of the figures. I think it's done really, really well. I absolutely love all of these. She also did her journals as well, which are amazing artwork. You did very good at capturing each of the cards. It's really, really good. Elizabeth also has I try to choose the ones that I have, so that are the ones that I like personally as the bigger ones. She does have several other photos that she provided QR codes for. You'll notice that there are 2 extras. You guys can look at those on your own. Feel free to pause and grab those. But thank you so much, Elizabeth, for sending these in. I really appreciate it. And then we have a Sil. She sent in one of her main Raffi, which is It's actually very romantic. I really love this photo. Also, welcome back from your vacation. I hope that you had a good time. She also provided a journal for each of the guys. These are great. I try not to read too hard into these because there's still a few cards that I haven't gone through, but I did read through the Silas one and the Zane one, and the quotes you chose are incredible. I absolutely love this. I also love the photos that you got for them and each of the themes. It fits very well with each of the guys, as usual. Also, Asil, I wanted to say thank you always for your notes. They really do. They help sometimes to read. But thank you so much. I hope that you are feeling better, and thanks for sending these, and I really appreciate it. And then we have Kira, who sent in one of herself, of course. I love her MC. I also really like the close-up of the guys. The choice with the hair and the outfits and the little mask thing, or the veil. I love it. It's so good. It's so good. Oh, I love it so much. And then each one with your MC as well. I really like the Rafi one. I think the Rafi one's really nice. But I love these, Kira. Thank you so much for sending these in. I really appreciate it. She also sent in her QR codes. I'm gonna... You can pause it here. She sent in her QR codes for each of these as well. So you guys can pause it. And then we have Cece, who sent in screen caps and stomachs. I'm hoping that this is okay. I'm taking a risk with this one. I don't think the stomachs are inherently terrible, but who knows what? Who knows what? Listen, if I can't post for a week, you guys will know why. But I love these. I absolutely, of course, I love the ones with your MC as well. You chose some really good photos. Each of them kind of match with each of the guys. So I really love these. But thank you so much, Cece, for sending these in. I really appreciate it. And that's all for our Hunter's highlights. Thank you so much to everybody who sent these in. I really appreciate it. I actually really did enjoy all of these photos, and you guys kept it PG. PG-13. I really appreciate that as well. I didn't have to get rid of too many. So you guys did a really good job. But thank you so much, everybody, for sending them in. I really appreciate it. And we did it! I just want to thank everybody who made it to the end. I really do appreciate it. I know these videos are super duper long, but again, like I said at the beginning, I feel like as a content creator, specifically for Love and Deepspace, it's really important that I let you guys know and be transparent about how I also feel about the game, both in good and things that need to be improved, just so that you guys can see that I also see the things that need to be improved in the game, because I want to see this game continue to improve and do well going in the future, because I really think that they deserve it. But with that being said, thank you all so much for watching. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to the channel. I'd really love to see you guys around. I also have an Instagram and Blue Sky where I post nearly every day. I also stream every Tuesday at noon PST on YouTube. Tomorrow we'll be going through Caleb and Xavier's card, so I hope to see you guys there. Just keep in mind, it will be censored. If you're interested in seeing how I censor it live, you guys can go check out the cards I have already done, which is Silas and Zane's. I actively censor them out during stream, so you guys can only see my reaction. Let me know down in the comments if there's anything that you didn't see that I added that you added onto yours. I'm always super interested in hearing what others have to say, and sometimes I add in what you guys have put if I feel like it's something that could absolutely improve the game in the future. If anyone would like to support Link on HQ operations, memberships are down below. Just keep in mind all content will always remain free. This is just an optional way to support the channel. HQ also extends its official thanks to the current members who are helping keep Hunter morale high. Thank you, members. I really do appreciate you. And At this point, I honestly think HQ is reconsidering the decision to ask the hunters how they're feeling. Thanks for tuning in, and as always, stay safe out there, hunters.